Did you know that I love the Scott Pilgrim video game? And did you know that it's coming to the Switch? When Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the video game, originally launched, I was still working at GameStop. I wasn't playing a ton of online games, and I was obsessed with the Scott Pilgrim universe. I loved the manga or the comic book or the graphic novel, whatever you want to call it, but it was just an excellent marriage between the art style, the gameplay, the co-op, the local co-op, and the soundtrack, which, if you haven't listened to it, is done by the band Anamanaguchi, and oh my gosh, it's an excellent chiptune soundtrack that fits right in with something on the Super Nintendo or the Sega Genesis. If you're a fan of video games and you're especially a fan of music, go check this out. I'll pop a link in the description down below so you can go play it on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever. The kind of cool thing with the original Scott Pilgrim is that it didn't have online multiplayer. If you wanted to play it with friends, you actually had to have them come over and sit on the couch and play couch co-op with you. I remember spending hours playing that game into the night with my friends, grinding out boss battles for EXP and money, just to get the rare items or to unlock new characters or to beat that special secret boss. It was the perfect arcade fighter, and you didn't have to be great at games in order to be okay at it. Just like the X-Men arcade game or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, any sort of street beater like that. I still have the original game kicking around on my PS3 that I can still play whenever I want, but unfortunately the game was delisted back in 2014, 13, 15, I don't know anymore. But it was removed from the PlayStation Store and Xbox Live, so nobody could buy it anymore. If you still had a download for it, you could still play it just fine, but that meant thousands, hundreds of thousands of people around the world were discussing this game, and nobody else could play it unless if you knew somebody who had it, because no physical versions were ever made. So the game built up a real cult following, not just because of its rarity or its inability to be played, but because it's just such a genuinely fun game. And now finally, during Ubisoft's recent Ubi Forward press conference that was all digital, held online, they revealed that for the 10th anniversary, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the video game, is finally coming back. I literally had goosebumps watching the trailer. Ubisoft revealed that the game is coming back this holiday with all of the previously released DLC for the game, including Knives Chow and Wallace as playable characters. I thought there was another secret character as DLC, but maybe that was just baked into the original game. I don't want to spoil the character in case of any of you don't know who that is. We'll leave that for you to find out. But if you're a fan of Scott Pilgrim, or even just street beaters like Streets of Rage and Final Fight and games of that nature, you should definitely keep this game on your list. And with the leveling system and the extra items to unlock and the secret pathways and things like that, there's a lot of replayability to this game from what I remember. I didn't play it over and over again because I was just obsessed with the series at the time. I played it over and over because the world was just so full of life, and there's so many little video game references tucked away here and there. I think you could even buy Sonic shoes in the store, and I mean, sure, it was just like the name of an item, you didn't actually wear them, but they tucked away so many little hidden details into this game, and the art is amazing, and the soundtrack will be on repeat in your head for days. I can't recommend it enough. Feel free to let us know in the comments down below if you've ever played the Scott Pilgrim video game, or if you're excited to get your hands on it for the very, very first time. And as always, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more content like this, then why don't you go ahead and please just hope that that subscribe button gets a physical release so that way this digital distribution stuff never happens again. Did I say subscribe button? Thank you all so much for watching. I'm ZM from Nintendo Life. Stay safe out there, and we will see you next time. I love you, Anamanaguchi.